I graduated high school in 1991. I got an associate degree in applied science from Technical Institute in Phoenix. Um, we moved back to Yuma because we wanted to be around family. So we moved back to Yuma in the middle of 1993. Shortly after that, things were got a little south on us. I decided to live a lifestyle that was not very healthy for me. I started experimenting with methamphetamine from 93 to 2007. I used methamphetamine for all those years. A lot of trips into county jails, one trip to prison in 2001, broken relationships with my kids, my wife, my family. I became very unstable, very irresponsible. I couldn't hold a job. I couldn't look for a job. It's just that cycle for 14 years. There were moments where I get out of jail, I would get a job, I'll do good, but and eventually ended up in the same cycle and doing the things all over again, time after time, with nothing stopping it, no signs or no idea how to stop. It was just being a nuisance and problematic to the system, and everything that I did was everything was very negative and had a negative impact on the community, on my family, on everything that I did. Things got really bad in a way that I was became a really going to jail became very normal. January 28th before December 28th before the beginning of the year, spent New Year's in jail again, and then I was going to be released to Crossroads Mission. I didn't like the idea. I fought it. I want to say I fought it for the first 3 months out of the program. I started doing very little, but I continue to do whatever I had to do to remain there. Finally, one day I decided to open the book, and I started digging into the literature of Alcoholics Anonymous. I started finding out that I was a very sick person. So when I graduated and I left, I got a job with Northwestern Industries. I became a robotic arm operator. I used to operate the cutting line. I did it for 2.5 years, I think. And I had an accident, and they had to fire me. And I said, that's fine. I remember that same day I got fired. I went to a meeting, which I used to go to, but that night I went and I said, look, I got fired, but I feel pretty good. I'm gonna be okay. I went home and I told my wife, I'm gonna try to get in behavioral health. I got certified. I had an appointment, an interview with Horizon Human Services. I went in there and I told them, this is where I'm at. This is what I'm doing. I'm getting certified, and they said, you know what? We like your story. We think you have something to bring. They hired me. I walked this past 17 years now. Now the whole a couple of weeks ago when I was given that recognition, it meant a lot to me. Because in 2001, I was sentenced by Judge Cole. And I have a sentencing document that Judge Cole sentenced me, and I went to prison. And now 17 years later, me getting that recognition, it means to me that I have gone full circle. I get calls now from family members, of my friends, people who had nothing good to say about me. And they call and they say, we need you to come over, we need to talk to you, we need help. Whether it's with a grandkid or a nephew or the husband or the son or the daughter. I've done so many 12-step calls with family, people that I know, families. And those are that's the success story for me. First of all, I want to thank God. I mean, I want to thank God because without Him, this would not be possible. I believe that is my purpose, and I believe God is in the middle of it, and God creates it, and God makes it happen, and I thank God for all that.